Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. And we have some fantastic games to look forward to this weekend in the WSL and some crackers around the European leagues as well. So let's jump straight into it. So to kick off in the WSL, the biggest game this weekend is the Manchester derby between Manchester United and Manchester City at 4:30 on Sunday. Manchester United are coming into this game after two big wins, one being in the Conti Cup where they beat Everton by 7-0, and then last weekend where they beat West Ham United by 5-0. For Manchester City though, they're coming into this game having lost their last two league games, losing to Arsenal and Brighton and Hove Albion last week. So Gareth Taylor's sides will be hoping that they can get the victory soon and get their season back underway, although it is really close between the top 5 or 6 teams in the WSL this season. City, with their loss last weekend and other results, saw themselves slip all the way down into 6th place. And it's going to be a fantastic game at Old Trafford. A big crowd is expected. Over 40,000 fans will be at Old Trafford on Sunday afternoon, and Manchester United will be hoping that they can leave the game with all 3 points. Obviously they won the last Manchester derby back in May last year, winning by 2-1, but overall in the last couple of seasons it has been Manchester City that have had the better of the two sides, and will be obviously Gareth Taylor's side will be hoping they can also do the same. A look at elsewhere, and the weekend's fixtures actually kick off on Saturday lunchtime with Chelsea versus Liverpool. Emma Hennessey's side come into this in fantastic form and sit atop of the tree. Obviously they come back after playing in midweek. They played Real Madrid in the Champions League where they drew 2-2. Liverpool, their last game was a 1-1 draw with Spurs in the league, but overall on paper you should say that Chelsea are going to be strong favourites for this one, and it's going to be hard for Liverpool to try and break them down, although they will try obviously their hardest. Look at some of the other games now taking place this weekend in the WSL. The rest of Sunday's fixtures, we have Everton versus Bristol City. Bristol City lost last weekend to Aston Villa, which was Carla Ward's side's first win, whilst Everton lost to Chelsea by 3-0. So both sides will be hoping to pick up some points and start moving in the right direction up the table. Everton obviously coming into this weekend as the lowest scorers in the league with just 3 goals, so Brian Sorenson's side are going to be hoping that goals can slowly come their way again in the near future. Elsewhere we have Brighton versus Arsenal. Now Brighton obviously getting that shock win last weekend against Manchester City really put the cat amongst the pigeons in terms of upsets in the WSL. Arsenal, they look really good last week. Obviously they were 2-0 down at half time, and then the second half come back to beat Leicester City by 6-2. So fantastic second half from Yona side of our side. Remains to be seen how they set up in this one, but I would expect a very tough ask for them to try and beat Brighton and Hove Albion, who are in very good form. And then the final 2 fixtures, we have Leicester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs are in 4th place with 11 points and obviously want to be getting back to winning ways after drawing their last 2 matches 1 apiece. And for Leicester City, again, they started quite brightly, but their last couple of games hasn't gone so well. 3 defeats in a row now in the league, so Willie Kirk's side will be hoping they can turn those negatives into positives this weekend. And then finally it is the battle of the claret and blue sides as West Ham United welcome Aston Villa on Sunday lunchtime at 3 o'clock. West Ham United sitting in 9th place. Again, they lost 5-0 to Manchester United, and it's been a while since they picked up any points in the league. And then for Aston Villa, picking up that most important first 3 points of the season last weekend against Bristol City, where Benny Salmons shone very brightly for them. So some fantastic games to look forward to in the WSL this weekend. Quick look at some of the other European games we have going on. We have El Clasico between Barcelona and Real Madrid on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock UK time. And then over in the Netherlands on Sunday 11:15 we have Ajax versus FC Twente. So some fantastic games coming your way this weekend. Bit of other news coming from the WSL this week. Tottenham Hotspur, they announced that Evelina Summerman has signed a new deal to remain at the club until 2026, and she's been really good both under Robert Wilhelm and previous managers. And obviously the Champions League came back earlier on this week, big wins for Lyon and Barcelona, and a big shock of a result as Ajax managed to beat PSG. So make sure you subscribe to the channel with post notification bell turned on so you never miss a video of ours, and that you are following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. And make sure you are subscribed to our website, womensfootballtalk.substack.com, for all the latest articles from around the world of women's football. And we'll have a podcast out each week looking back at all the talking points from around the world of women's football. So just search Women's Football Talk on any podcast site. In the meantime, we'll see you soon.